Hey guys, Joe Richardson here. Thanks for checking out this video and my channel. This is Jeffrey, our project manager and business partner, doing a walkthrough of our latest acquisition in Rocky Mount. We actually purchased this house right before the end of the year, but have not been able to do a walkthrough until now. We weren't able to get the keys at closing, so we asked the sellers to mail us the keys. Somehow those keys got lost in the mail. Jeffrey headed over to the house to cut off and change the locks while doing this walkthrough. So we are looking at a 5-bedroom, 3-bath house built in the 1940s, about 2,000 square feet. At one point it was used as a group home. Our plan with this house is to fix it up and rent it back out using the BRRRR method. I wasn't able to be with Jeffrey for the walkthrough, so we FaceTime each other. That was a water heater and old furnace in that closet. The water heater looks like it's in good condition, but it's missing a thermal expansion tank. The house has a gas pack unit for its heating and cooling, so that old furnace is most likely not being used. We may have to keep it there if it isn't cost effective to remove it. This is the office located to the left of the front door. Looks like the sellers left some gifts that we're going to have to remove. On the main level we have the living room, an office, a kitchen, dining room, 1 bedroom, and a bathroom. And on the second floor there's 4 bedrooms and 2 baths. While doing this walkthrough, Jeffrey and I are discussing and putting together a rough scope of work of how we want to rehab the house. Because the plan is to keep the house and use it as a rental, we don't necessarily have to go with high-end finishes like we prefer to do with our flips. Also, the ARV in the area may not be able to support that. We also don't want to go too cheap on the finishes because we're looking to BRRRR the house where we'll need to get a high enough appraisal for the cash out refinance. Keeping that in mind for the appraisal, we're going to focus on the 3 bathrooms and the kitchen for the rehab. In this hallway bathroom, the tiles and floors are in decent shape where it doesn't need to be gutted. Also, the vanity is in good shape, so we'll probably end up keeping the vanity, installing a new top and sink with new fixtures. Jeffrey mentioned that we have a few extra slabs of quartz from our flips that we can use for this house. So that should save us some money while potentially giving us a bonus point or 2 on the appraisal. I'm sure the future renter would appreciate that as well. We're going to refurbish the tub, clean it out, put a new faucet and shower head. We're also going to replace the entire toilet. Adding new fixtures and top for the sink will add a lot to the look of this bathroom and should be an added value to the appraisal. The main level has nice hardwood floors. The floors upstairs are some kind of laminate, but we think that there are also hardwood floors underneath. Most likely when this house was used for a group home, they may have installed laminate on this floor to preserve the hardwood. Or the hardwood could have been severely damaged and they installed the laminate over it. Because the laminate is in great shape now, we may keep it in place and not risk removing it and finding out the floors underneath is no longer good, and we end up having to install new floors. Again, the plan is to rehab and keep this house as a rental. We want to do what is necessary to get a decent appraisal for the cash out refi, but don't want to put too much into it like we would if we were going to flip it. This Jack and Jill bathroom is also in decent shape. We're going to replace the toilet, refurbish the shower, keep the vanity, but put in new sinks and fixtures. We may come back and do more work to the house at a later point in time when and if there's more appreciation. We can rehab it again with higher end finishes to either sell it or refinance it again and pull out more cash. The bathroom on the first floor may end up being a full gut. The reason why is that there are multiple cracks into the tile floor. You can't really see it in this video. And the shower head for the bathtub was installed too low, where it only comes up to Jeffrey's chest. So we may find that the effort to save the tile while making the repairs may not be cost effective. Here's the 5th bedroom on the main level, right next to the kitchen and bathroom. In the closet, there's an access panel to the plumbing for the bathroom. The kitchen will be the biggest challenge for this rehab. The reason why is that it's small and it has an awkward configuration. If this was a flip, we probably would have removed the wall between the kitchen and the bedroom next to it to give us more options on how to have the kitchen laid out. Or we could have relocated the kitchen altogether and make one of the other rooms into the kitchen and the original kitchen into the laundry room. Again, because the plan is to limit the scope of work and make this house into a rental, we're going to work with what we have as far as the configuration. Later on, we will address this kitchen when we come back for a full rehab. The plan is to put in new cabinets and countertops, new appliances, new backsplash, and fixtures. We may keep the tile floors. There's an existing pantry that we may reconfigure or remove altogether so we can fit in a refrigerator or have more kitchen space. It looks like there's a washing machine connection in the kitchen next to the stove, but we're going to seal it off and wrap around the cabinets and the countertops. There's already a washer and dryer connection in the detached garage outside, out back, that the renters will have access to. Unless, of course, we decide to make the garage into a separate rentable unit, then we would have to figure out what to do with the washer and dryer connections. One possible solution that Jeffrey proposed is to close in the back porch and put the washer and dryer connection there. That's something we can revisit as the renovation progresses. There's the back porch right off the kitchen. Next to the kitchen, we have the dining room and the living room. In the living room, there's a fireplace and side door that leads to a screened-in porch. You can see here that the seller has left us more gifts like this large dining room table. Jeffrey found a possible water or drain leak in the ceiling of the pantry, most likely from one of the bathrooms upstairs. We're going to have to investigate it further and figure out how to repair it. There's also some kind of bump out in the pantry. It may be a sewage line from upstairs or some kind of structural post that may be holding up a portion of the second floor. So we will have to be careful with this area when we remove the pantry out of the walls. Here's some staining in the kitchen ceiling, possibly from a leak upstairs. We will have to tear into the drywall and investigate where it's coming from. There's no active leak right now, but of course the utilities are off. When I get the utilities back on, if there is an active leak, we should be able to identify it right away. Jeffrey and I are still going over the scope of the project, talking about paint, whether flooring is needed, and some other items. Then we started talking about windows, because windows are a big pain right now with our other projects where they are delayed by several months due to logistical and COVID constraints. I asked Jeffrey to go ahead and get measurements and a count so we can put in our window order right away. I also asked him to get measurements of the pantry to see if it needs to be completely removed or reduced in size while leaving enough room for a refrigerator. A standard full-size refrigerator is about 36 inches wide and 30 inches in depth. We also determined that the other portion of the pantry wall is not load-bearing since it does not extend into the dining room or is tied with another wall on the other side. There is a fireplace in the living room. Looks like there's a gas insert. Here is the detached garage that has been closed off and converted by the previous owner. They added a bathroom, and as mentioned earlier, they installed connections for a washer. We're going to see if the bathroom has been permitted. Most likely not, so we will need to address that. Here's more of the backyard. Here's the gas meter for the house. On the other side, here is the large gas pack unit that does both the heating and cooling to the house. Next to it is the old AC compressor that doesn't look like it's been operational for a while. This plus the old furnace inside has been replaced by the gas pack unit. We may remove the compressor. We're going to get our HVAC vendor out here to service the system and make any repairs as needed. While Jeffrey's walking around the outside of the house, he is identifying any issues with the exterior, such as with the siding, trim in, soffit, and fascia. There's a possible issue around the area where the electrical lines are connected to the house. Wire could begin behind the side end, so that will need to be addressed right away. Walking back around to the front, you can see that the roof from the ground level out front, but you can't see the roof from the back. Jeffrey grabbed one of his ladders and discovered surprise when he went up to inspect the roof. All this time we thought the roof was a typical shingle roof. However, we discovered that most of it up top is a metal roof. Cost-wise, it would put us out of our budget to remove the metal roof and replace it with a new roof. Removal alone would have doubled our roofing budget. One good thing with metal roof is that if there isn't any damage, you can cool seal it and refurbish it. Potentially there's some savings to the budget with doing that and only replacing the front portion of the roof that is shingle. Now that the sound is working, I'll let Jeffrey finish the walkthrough and he'll let you know what he sees.
Nice space. Put your little basketball goal back there. And then I believe this was a garage of some sort, maybe. But definitely can be used as another rental space. Washer dryer connection, refrigerator, sink, toilet, foosball table. Left us a lawnmower to cut the grass. Yep, looks good. Like it. A couple of updates in the kitchen, the windows, roof, and I think we'll be good to go for the renter. View of the roof. Got a metal roof. Clean it off real well, cool seal it, and replace the front part of the house with the shingles. It's got quite a bit of damage, so these are probably original to the house. And you can see our other property right across the street. Woo!
So that's it, guys. This is the walkthrough of our latest acquisition in Rocky Mount. I appreciate you guys checking out this video and checking out my channel. Let me know if you have any questions. Comment below to let me know. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll talk to you guys later.